Hello there, Laura J. Swan here of laurajswan.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to talk today about the power of intuition. Intuition is something that we all have. We all have a psychic sense, a deep sixth sense inside of us that knows what we know, independent of outside input or stimulation. This is something that we get disconnected from often at a very young age as children when we're encouraged to start to look more to the outside world instead of to our inner world. Now, I speak to a lot of women on this topic because it is something that many people struggle with, being able to listen to their own inner world and their own feelings and their own inner guidance versus having to go outside and seek all kinds of additional to support when really the only thing that's needed is yourself. Now, I'm a proponent of getting help from coaches and mentors and from, playing with your angel cards. Here, look. I've got a set here myself. As you know, this is one of my favorite sets. And so there's all sorts of tools for helping you to tune in to your own intuition. It's not that you don't use tools, but ultimately, what you notice when you pull a card or when you talk to a therapist or when you talk to a coach, you'll notice that when the right answer comes, when you are guided in the right direction, something inside of you says, I already knew that. Almost always, right? You already knew that. Your intuition is so right on. And we really just have to create the space to be able to listen to it. Now, sometimes that takes a lot of practice. That may take, for some women, years of practicing listening and maybe having some experiences where you don't listen and things happen that you knew could have been avoided if you had listened to your intuition. It may take some learning to get there, but ultimately, the most important thing is being able to clear your space and having a few moments of silence to listen. This can look like meditation. This could be some deep breathing. This could be in your yoga practice. I'm guessing that if you're listening to this, perhaps you've had many experiences where you were laboring over a decision and you didn't know what to do, and maybe you went to a yoga class or you sat still or you went for a walk in nature and suddenly the answers come. There is something inside of you, just like the healing mechanism of the white blood cells that come every time there's a cut on our skin and instantly move towards healing. The same mechanism is how your soul works, moving towards decisions that are in your highest good and that are for your healing and for your own empowerment. Your soul works in the same way as your body. And so if you can trust that, then the decisions that come from deep within you really are the decisions of your soul and that are what is highest and best for your path. And they may not always look happy. They may not always be fun, and they may not always be easy. I can speak from my own experience for sure in saying that there have been times where my intuition told me to take a path that was not the easiest path. In fact, it was a very challenging one, but I knew that on the other side would be a new level of my being and my existence, and I would evolve into a stronger and more empowered woman. It is not always the easy path. So my encouragement for you is to make sure that you take, at a minimum, 5 to 10 minutes a day to be with your inner world. Whether that be meditation or 5 minutes of breathing, find the power practice for you that helps you tune in to your own inner world and listen. Even if when you first tune in, it's really loud and it's really crazy, because if we are not listening, then oftentimes that will happen at first. When you tune in to your inner world, it will be very loud. So I encourage you to take 5 minutes a day and listen. And when you have that question that you're laboring over, close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Maybe you need to go for a walk first or do some yoga first so that you can move some of the frenetic energy within you, and that's fine. Do that and then sit for a few moments in the place that you feel most grounded and connected and at peace. And that could be out in nature, it could be in your sacred space in your own home, or anywhere that is really for you, your place of connection, and listen to what your inner world guides you to. And don't be afraid of what comes. It may be scary, but it will never guide you wrong. So this is for you. If you have something right now that you're sitting with and you think you don't know the answer, what I want to tell you right now is that you do. And that when you find the answer, whether it be from outside support or from pulling the right angel card, you will say to yourself, I knew that was the right answer. So if that's true, start from that place and go in there and investigate your inner world, knowing that the answer is inside, and don't stop until you find it. Okay, good luck to you. Trust your intuition always. If you're looking to cultivate your intuition more, we have an amazing workshop coming up in Encinitas or in San Diego area called Intuition Ignited, myself and Laura Lynn Jackson. You can find information at intuitionignitedlive.eventbrite.com. That's intuitionignitedlive.eventbrite.com, and it's going to be an amazing weekend helping you to cultivate that inner knowing and feel more and more comfortable listening to your guidance system so that you can really live a life that is genuinely, authentically aligned with your authentic decisions and your authentic path, and you will manifest your whole life from that place. So join us. I'd love to have you. It's coming up soon, October 8th and 9th, and we would love to have you.